The small village of Sutton is just one of the communities in Cheshire that is facing financial challenges as the UK attempts to control the spread of COVID-19.
Getting the large stocks is extremely difficult. We had to pay £1,500 just for 1,000 face masks in the day.
Many are left questioning the future of their businesses, which could be critically affected by the virus. Pub owners fear that normality could be a distant hope.
It was a huge shock to begin with. There's not a lot of reserve there for us to keep going for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, however long it's going to last. That was one of my biggest worries. If you have to open up again in 6 months, how do we restock the pub? How do we get everything going again? Because we'll have zero money.
I think financially the country is going to suffer enormously from this, and again I think it's going to change the whole shape of businesses and the way we do business.
It's not just the uncertainty of reopening that worries businesses, as many are already experiencing detrimental damage.
A lot of pubs and obviously brewers and wholesalers have had a hell of a lot of stock coming into summer, and they're going to have a lot of waste.
Some farmers have been had to tip the milk away that have provided places like Costa Coffee, motorway cafes, aeroplanes, which seems a shame really when people haven't got enough to eat.
Sectors that rely heavily on funding are also under a considerable amount of strain.
We give money to charity, so that's going to hold us back this year a little bit, I think. Hopefully we'll still support them.
We do a lot of our own events. We have a fashion show, we have a ladies' lunch, we have our annual fete. All these sort of things we had to cancel, so that fundraising's gone out the window.
Does this deadly virus show any glimpse of optimism?
We've had to actually close the physical bricks and mortar shops, but luckily for us we have had a benefit of the online business has grown. To give you an idea of the scale of increase, we're looking at 4,580% increase on this time last year.
Businesses like the Cheshire Cheese Company show there is still a demand for foodie gifts and local food produce, despite the country facing financial turmoil. Statistics show that online food transactions have surged by 173% month on month since lockdown began in March. Despite this increase, it is important to remember that 6.3 million people have temporarily been laid off by 800,000 companies, according to HMRC, which has cost the government £8 billion so far.
The majority of businesses I've spoken to have had to furlough either all of their staff or a large majority of their staff. They are hoping and praying for the end of the lockdown, because they said any longer than maybe a month, 2 months there, they wouldn't be sure actually that they'd have a business to go back to.
I think there's a lot of businesses I don't think will reopen. I really don't, because I think they were struggling before, especially in this pub game with the rates, the taxes we pay. So I think a lot of them will probably just make this as an excuse to actually not reopen.
It won't just be the pubs that struggle to reopen. Could our high street change forever as we potentially face a lasting recession?